You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Vegas. It's rock. It's dogs. It's Vegas Rock Dog Radio. A rock and roll show all about pets, people, and pop culture. Stand by for great guests and cool advice. All in one rockin' hour. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. That's 702-483-4444. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Hello, everyone. You are listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And the show today, of course, every week is about pets, people, and pop culture. And we are live from Las Vegas, and today's show is going to be full of laughs, because when you know who my guests are, you'll know we'll have some good laughs, and we're going to have some useful information. So we like to have a nice balance of everything in the show itself. So before we get started, this is how you can find the show on the internet. You're going to go to our website, Vegas Rock Dog Radio, and that is our main website. Ustream, we're not Ustreaming today. Not feeling it. Really, I need to just put a lot more makeup on and do a little bit more with my hair, really. That's really what needed to happen. So, no Ustream today. No, okay. I'm actually not that vain. Honestly, I'm not, honestly. But if you want to look at a past show on Ustream, you can go to ustream.tv, and the channel is Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Our Facebook page is Vegas Rock Dog Radio, and our Twitter account is Vegas Rock Dog Show. No W at the end. The call-in number is 702-483-4444. And like I said, you're listening live to us in Las Vegas on Vegas All Night Radio, part of Lotus Broadcasting. You can also go to VegasAllNightRadio.com and find my show and listen through the website. Or you can download a Droid app or an Apple app, or you can actually download my Yap app.
A what app?
My Yap app. I need to tell you about my Yap app.
Okay.
You need to get a Yap app, Mike. It's hard to say that really early in the morning.
Will it help
Yap
me
app.
find the little blonde Labrador I'm looking for?
You know what? I'm going to find you that Labrador.
Need a pup.
I'm going to find you one, honestly.
I'm a breeder. Wants $1,800.
Yeah. Are they a legit breeder?
I don't know.
Give me the name. I'll check them out.
You need to see my wife. She handles all this.
It's a hard breed to find because they're so popular. Yeah. They're so popular. But I'll be looking out for a blonde. A blonde for Mike. Yeah. A furry blonde for Mike. But I will tell you about Yap App on the break.
Okay.
So Yap App, basically you go to yapapp.us. I need to think about that. YAPP.us, and you'll find our show, Vegas Rock Dog Radio. And it's got all the information on there. You can listen live through the app. Instagram is Vegas Rock Dog, and rock and roll clothing for you and your pet is VegasRockDog.com. The blog now, launching on Monday, is our Valentine's giveaway, so you will need to know the blog address, and that is therockandrolldog.com. And if you want to find me on Google+, it's Sam Ratcliffe. And that's enough places, I think, to be found. So much if you want some privacy in your life. Social media is just completely ruined all of that.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
You do give a lot away. You really, really do. So I want to start the show off with my tip of the week before I introduce my lovely guest today. And I've come across this before, and I think many people may have, is what do you do if you find a baby bird by itself? All by itself. And I picked up these tips from the World Bird Sanctuary in Missouri. It was founded in 1977 by ornithologist, that's a big word, Walter C. Crawford Jr., and it is a true sanctuary. So basically, this is what you do. And I've had lots of people ask me before, I found a bird, what do I do? Here we go. So if you find a bird, the baby bird that has feathers, that's a key thing. See, I told you it'd be educational. My guys are wanting to laugh and giggle now. See, this is not... It's going to be that kind of show, isn't it? I know it is. It's okay, though. I like a good laugh. That's the best thing to do is, if it's got feathers, leave it alone. Isn't that a surprise? The parents will find it and continue to take care of it, whatever it is, whatever kind of bird it is. Baby birds do not leave the nest knowing how to fly. Not knowing how to fly. Do not leave the nest not knowing how to fly. I had to reread that twice. They initially fall out of the nest and start clinging to branches or brush. And they stay close to the ground for about 1 to 2 weeks, and then they start flying with short hops from branch to branch. So basically, they're not going to come out the nest unless they're ready. So, but they've got to, I guess, hop before they fly. They're going to hop around before they fly. And eventually, as the hops gradually get longer, the bird will eventually start to fly. Who knew? Isn't that amazing? So that's if you find a bird that's got feathers. If the bird is in immediate danger of being attacked by a cat or dog, although, I mean, like, you have to tell someone what to do with this, you're going to put the bird in a nearby bush, shrub, or tree limb out of harm's way, basically. Most birds have a poor sense of smell, and the parents will not abandon a baby bird touched by humans. So that's the big thing, you see? You liked that, didn't you? You liked that too. So basically, don't put your stink on the bird. Because if you put the stink on the bird, the mama bird doesn't want to know. That's very, very interesting. Birds don't have nostrils, do they? If they do, they're invisible. They're invisible if they do. Maybe they breathe through.
Don't they have little things in their beaks?
Some animals smell through their mouth. Oh, I've got a whole story about that. Dogs, you know what? That's a whole other show that involves my sister who lost her sense of smell and what she did to get it back. Well, it's so random. She would make this she lost it. She fell and she smashed her head. And then she couldn't taste anything. Okay. She just thought it was bad hospital food. That's what she thought. And she lost her smell for years and years and years and years and years. But she started reading up. And she said something about dogs does some weird, like, sound. Isn't that attractive? But somehow...
I don't even know if you could find a sound effect for that.
Somehow you get taste and smell through doing that. Isn't that weird? And I said, don't do it in public. It's really embarrassing. But my sister developed this sense of she enjoyed her food through textures after that. Because she said, she used to like, creamy desserts. And she said, without flavor, it's disgusting. So she started to eat more crunchy things. That's the only way she could enjoy food, basically. That's what she did. But she could tell you, she developed feelings around food. Like she would get a certain feeling about food. She could tell you if there was a hot dog cart nearby, because she said she used to get like a chemical feeling. She'd say, oh, there's a hot dog cart somewhere around here. And sure enough, there'd be she said, yeah, there's a weird chemically.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So anyway, but years and years and years and years later, she just posted on Facebook, I think it was 2 years ago. I can taste and smell. It's just like, boom, came back. Isn't that crazy? So where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, with birds and smelling. Yeah. And that, yeah, just don't do it in public if you need to do that. No one will think you're a lady if you do that in public, let me tell you. So back to the birds, back to the bird. I digress. So if you've touched the bird, the mama bird is not going to go back to the bird because your smell is on the bird and she won't be too happy about that. So, don't stay in the immediate vicinity of the bird. The parents are probably watching and will not approach if you stay around, unless it's a hummingbird. Because I had a hummingbird try and take my eyeballs out one day. I didn't even know I was near baby birds. They were in a nest in my neighbour's tree right near where I was stood. And I'm telling you, she would have taken my eyeballs out in a heartbeat.
Peck your eyes out.
Yeah, they're beautiful, but they're deadly.
Yes.
Now, if you find a baby bird with little or no feathers, and you know where the nest is, just basically put the bird back in the nest. And if the nest is destroyed, or you can't find it, or you cannot reach the nest, you can make one. Well, there you go. Now it's DIY bird nesters. You can make one using a small basket or a margarine container, punch holes in the bottom, and line the container with paper towels, not with grass, as moisture in the grass can cause birds to become very cold. Secure the nest with duct tape in a branch fork near the old nest. This is amazing. And the parents will find it. And I'll put a blog link up for that, so in case you need to make one, you never know. If you are certain the bird is an orphan, and you're absolutely certain, and maybe the parents have been killed the bird. The married parents of the bird have been killed. There you go. Prepare to transport the bird to a rehabilitation facility. One of them in town, my vet, Dr. Stefanato, she takes all animals, but she definitely takes birds. So that's one to know for if you're in Las Vegas. Carefully place the bird in a small open container lined with paper towels and place both in a cardboard box. And do not attempt to feed it anything. Just basically get the bird to the vet because they have a very, very particular diet and you don't want to cause any problems. So, and if you are tempted to keep the bird, don't. There you go. Migratory birds, including songbirds, are protected under federal law. And possession of a bird, its nest or eggs without a permit is illegal. That's my tip of the week.
Federal offense.
Huh?
It's a federal
offense. There,
Yeah.
You're going to jail. So that's my tip of the week. Basically, don't do what you would instinctually want to do. Like for me, I'd be like, "Oh, come in my house. Let me, get you some lunch. I'll look after your little bird." But that's not what you want to do. And I'll post all these tips up on the Facebook page. So that's my tip of the week and what to do with a baby bird if you found it. So let me tell you about my guests today. They've been wanting to laugh all the way through the beginning of the show. But that's okay, because that's all we ever do when we get together anyway. I want to welcome Jasmine Trias, formerly of American Idol. Amazing singer, lovely person. She looks fabulous in studio. It's a shame we're not you streaming, but we'll take a picture. And Ben Stone, fantastic performers and artists. Thank you for coming to the show.
How are you doing?
Oh, it's good to be here.
I'm sorry, I didn't know if we were supposed to be here yet, so we were kind of doing the mime thing, right?
A little Marcel motion.
Yeah.
And in England, birds is another name for ladies.
Yeah, for ladies.
So I was just giggling at you saying that some birds are protected by federal law.
Did you know that, Mike? Like, if you had a girlfriend, in England they'll say, I'm going out with my bird tonight.
This is my bird.
It's my bird.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to that.
She's not
bird?
protected by federal law.
What do you mean, bird? I'm a bird?
Yeah,
okay, then.
You have the same cultural impasses that Jim and myself have.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
It's not just me and Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times I'm like, you don't understand. That's it. I can't even explain sometimes. I'm like,
Right.
20 years I've been explaining, Mike. And, if you don't get it now, oh well, what are we going to do?
I've been married 13 years, okay? Going on 14. All right. You know what I've come along to? The great Robin Williams had to say, I'm just along for the ride.
So true.
Happy wife, happy life. Okay, sir? There you go.
Got you.
That's right. Do you know what, though? I find myself, like yesterday I worked with Andy and Mark, but I find myself talking to them like I do with Jim.
Right.
Mark went to buy some totes. They were the wrong size. They're the wrong size! What's wrong with you? I never used to talk to him like that when we first met. But we're coming up on our 20th anniversary.
Woo!
Oh, yay. Congratulations.
I
Congrats.
cannot believe that.
That's crazy.
I cannot believe it. We actually met on Valentine's, believe it or not. So when people think I'm being cheesy for being married, no, I actually met on Valentine's. We met
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so we worked on cruise ships together, and that's how we met. So 20th anniversary, and we'll be going back to England in June. Come over.
Yeah,
You need to go back
we
home
may
then.
well be there at that time.
In June
we
you're
may
going?
crash the wedding.
First two
crash
weeks.
The, It's not a wedding, but
It's
it's a renewal.
Renewal of vows.
Renewal of
Okay.
vows.
A renewal of vows. I said
We'll
to
crash the renewal of vows.
Jim, you need to come because when you see where I'm doing it, you're going to want to come.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd
I'm
love to
talking
go
like
back to
Downton
England.
Abbey.
really?
I did look at Downton Abbey, which is actually called Highclere, but
Right.
since the show, it's so expensive.
Oh, I'm
But
sure.
Chatsworth House is, let me tell you, just as fabulous.
Beautiful.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so we're going to go full on avant-garde, over the top.
Got
How
the,
exciting.
got the Def Leppard opening up for you and everything.
Oh, yeah, I should get older, Joe Elliott. That's what I should
There
do.
you go.
We've got friends who are very connected to Joe.
There we go.
That's right, yeah.
So I said to Jim, so this time I want you to... This time? When we got married, he played saxophone.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Ding, ding.
Do you see what you guys got to look forward to down the road?
I said, I want you to play flute, yeah? He went, I'm not working.
That's funny.
There's not an option. It's not an option.
This isn't a gig.
It's not a gig. I'm surprised he didn't say what you're paying me.
Right.
He don't even know what he's wearing. If he's wearing a kilt and he don't know it.
Oh, my God.
Is it really?
It's a tuxedo kilt. Have you seen it, Ben?
Wow.
You would rock a tuxedo kilt.
Yeah.
But you got to do the big boots.
And the no undies thing.
And the no undies, because that's
Wow.
tradition. And,
This is way too much more information than I need to know.
weren't we
here.
talking about birds at one point?
It's all it's all gone downhill since we've been here. Hasn't it?
Well, the tuxedo kilts you know how your tuxedo has the satin down the side?
Right.
It has the
Yeah.
satin down the side,
Wow,
but
smart.
it's not a straight across kilt. He actually dips at the outsides of the kilt.
Where do you even buy something like that?
You know,
Probably
I
Scotland.
found-
I just-
Scotland.
Oh, yeah, I
just a
suppose.
guess.
Put it out there.
Just a guess. And I'll have to get him a rock and roll sporran.
Right.
Rock and roll sparring.
A rock and roll sporran, not spawn.
Spawn.
Is that
Sporran.
going to be Vegas Rock Dog branded?
Yeah,
kilt?
you know what? Then it crossed my
It's gotta
mind
happen, hasn't it?
because our logo's
Bit
good.
of embroidery on the back.
A
Yeah.
little bit of it.
Round the vent seam.
That's taking it international now. See, she's branched over. There you go.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I got attacked by a duck at Chatsworth.
That was a transition.
Last time I was there.
We're on to ducks now.
I could have guessed all day and never seen you going there. You got attacked by a duck.
I've been attacked by a raccoon too. I've been bitten by a monkey. Oh yeah, I still love animals though. We were laid on the lawns at Chatsworth House. It was summer. It was a beautiful day. We were eating ice cream,
Nice.
ice lolly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know videoing one duck, but the other one clearly was a decoy. It went round it went round as the other one distracted me
Nice.
and stole the ice cream and bit me as well.
Wow.
Video's
Oh my
great.
God.
You see the video go up in the air.
So
Camera-
Jim could have helped you, but didn't.
and my
It was
sis-
good
This is
TV.
YouTube gold.
Right,
and my-
exactly.
And my sister could have helped me with the raccoon too, and she didn't help either. I had a tug of war with a raccoon over a mitten
Oh my god.
Really love those mittens.
in Japan.
Wow.
It gets crazier. It gets
funny.
crazier. And our neighbour was there, and his name was Bambi, and he used to eat flower heads, chrysanthemums. I'm not making this up, honestly. And my mittens had pom-poms on them. And first of all, the raccoon took the pom-poms, and then as it bit the end of my glove, and it pulled it off, I grabbed my glove at the end.
Tug of war.
And I don't know why. They had those little, like, human-type hands and stuff.
Right,
and, like,
right.
gloves. And my sister was just screaming. I didn't do anything. Why did I let go? Why did I not just give it a minute?
Because you're like, it's my mitten.
I want my mitten back.
I want my mitten.
Exactly.
I got it. For the 3 last episodes that we've heard, they've been trying to get on America's Home Video, funniest home videos. That's what
Is that
you've been trying to
I've
get.
got a,
there you
I've got
go.
a myriad of videos.
Yeah, it sounds like you could do an episode.
I know, right?
I've got the monkey bite.
Monkey
I'm
bite.
smiling.
You got
at the
all
kids
this
in
on
the studio.
video?
Yeah, it was in this in the studio.
So you sure
You
you're not being
have
set
to
up
share
by your
this on
friends?
YouTube.
Everybody hates
So
me.
what we're going to have attack Sam this time?
If they invite you to dinner, you know what I mean? Make sure the animals are put out.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Cage the animals up.
Oh
Grab
my
your video
gosh,
camera.
I swear. I do have some good videos though. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you'll have to post it on YouTube.
I should
Yeah.
find about the chats was on. I know I still have because the camera went flying up in the air. It's quite funny. You know, in
Oh
lands
my
you just see,
God.
you can see grass.
Yeah.
And that's it, just
Yeah.
blades of grass. And I could not believe I've been there.
And then you just hear the screams.
Right.
Is this online right now?
No, but I can
Okay.
find it and put it on there.
I was going to say, I'd go search for it right
Along
now.
with the monkey as well. But the raccoon, I didn't have the raccoon, but oh my gosh, my heart was beating after that situation. I don't know why you didn't give her the glove. I mean, like, really? To this day, my sister, you just have to say to a raccoon, and she starts crying with laughter. She just cries
Comes
with
back
laughter.
instantly.
Oh, and there was Bambi trying to help me, the neighbour, with his chrysanthemum heads in a box that he'd been eating.
So who won?
The raccoon one.
So needless to say, the mitten is
It
never
was, it was smitten with the mitten. Oh my gosh. So, talking of all these animals, when are you going to get one?
Oh,
Ah, we'd really love to get one, but
we say it constantly.
we just feel like it's not the right time for us because we're traveling a lot and
Yeah.
we're out all the time, so it just wouldn't be fair to the
In our
doggy.
defence, selfishly,
but-
we would get one. But
Yeah, we
Yeah.
for the
would,
sake
but
for the sake of the doggy.
I think
would
that is
feel
a really
it's not-
important thing. I
It
did
is.
a thing on, it might have been on Fox, where it was, why shouldn't you get a pet?
Right.
right.
And that's one of the
Just
reasons.
as important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's terrible. It's terrible if you can't commit. But
Yeah.
It's quite a big decision.
It is.
Sure.
It's like having a baby.
It is.
You know?
I was
It
quite
is.
scared when we got Galaxy. I was quite scared, and I thought, oh, it is going to restrict what we normally do.
Absolutely.
To a certain degree, because now I
Yeah.
take them everywhere. But Jim loved it because once I got her, I just wanted to be home with her. So he was
Right.
like, oh, less shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More time. Less shopping.
Oh, you're giving him ideas.
Then I started shopping for dog stuff.
Oh, there you go.
I was just about to say that.
That's when I started the clothing company, Vegas Rock
Is that
Dog.
right?
Oh,
Based
right.
on that alone, because everything out there I didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted some rock and roll clothing for dogs.
That's
and that's
awesome.
exactly how it happened.
That's really cool.
Wow.
Well, there
But
you
you
go.
know what? Best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
And now I'm up to 3, the chocolate trio.
I have to say, on talking of anniversaries, it's probably a year, almost to the day, since we were last here on your
Really?
show, and we had a little new arrival
Yeah?
between our legs
That's
down here. That sounded
right,
wrong, didn't it?
Mr.
We didn't have a new
Twix.
arrival between our legs, but somewhere down by our feet anyway.
Well-
and that,
That's right.
yeah, that would have been nice.
You were the first people that Mr. Twix ever
That's
met.
right. Yeah, it was the day after you rescued it,
yeah.
or something,
So
wasn't it?
It was
sweet.
really
I miss him.
close.
Just been
he-
sheared. And
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
He
right.
just had his year anniversary when we caught
I
him.
was very happy to see my left
He
leg.
Yes.
loved
And mine.
Ben said it had been a very moist welcome
That's right.
to the show because he spent the whole hour on his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. That was part of the guest package.
Obviously, yeah, we keep some things secret, you know.
So I was half hoping to see him here today.
Do you know,
but-
I thought about it, but he's still a bit odd with people. Sorry,
Yeah.
he's still a little bit odd with with men
Yeah,
mainly.
right.
Oh.
You know, but he's come a long way in that year. I
Yeah,
mean, this was
no,
a dog that never
amazing.
slept, and now he's on the
Yeah.
most luxurious of dog beds with his belly up, and
Good for him.
he's happy
He's
as
enjoying
anything.
his
That's great,
life,
Will.
the
Can you
sweet
believe that
life.
was a year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hats off again to you for
I
doing that.
know.
One of your many.
I just loved him
a
straight
couple-
away. That dog.
He's
Yeah.
so sweet.
I didn't
And
care.
those lashes. Oh my God. I
Do you
still
know now?
cannot get over those
He's got
lashes.
2 sets of lashes growing.
What?
Yeah.
Freaking-
Give me a pair.
He's got falsies.
You know why some of the girls here in town put
Yeah.
2 sets of lashes on?
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
a really long pair, and then he's got a shorter pair that's growing. Is that
Oh
not
my
wild?
gosh.
But yeah, he is
It's
such
amazing.
such a great dog. You know,
He's
and I
so
still
sweet.
see all those dogs that come across my feed, and I'm like, oh, I just saw a cute little dog last night that came into the rescue at Churchill Foundation. I was like, oh, I can't. I want to, but I can't. I told Jim if I get more dogs, each one has to be smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah, well,
Right.
It's Russian stacking dolls, you know? It's gotta be-
Yeah.
put them on the shelf at Christmas.
Oh wait, my way down to a guinea pig baby. We'll have the guinea pig mansion, like my niece has.
Or those teacup dogs. I think I saw them online. Like they fit in a little teacup or something. I don't know. Have you seen those?
You know what they are? The
like, what?
teacup is not a true breed of any dog.
Right.
Whether
So what
it's-
is it?
Whether it's a teacup pig or whether
Right.
it's a teacup dog. What it is they take the dogs too early from their parents, well, from their mother, like really early, or with the teacup pigs, they actually don't feed them much. Now here's the
that's
thing: so you
terrible.
get this cute little, you think this pig's going to stay little, and then you get home and you feed it.
Not a
and
teacup for long.
200 What does it become, Ben? We need something funny now. From a teacup to a...
To a pint glass.
There you go. That
Except the pints don't even
Or a
exist. here.
keg.
What am I doing? I failed miserably on that.
so that actually, that's something that's a really good point you
Yeah.
brought up. The teacup thing, because it's not actually a breed. People think it is. I mean, there's so many myths out there and things
Yeah.
that illegal breeders make up and that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but if they're in a teacup, they're not old enough. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads me to the GoDaddy ad. Did you see that for the Super Bowl?
No, I
Did
didn't.
you see it? The GoDaddy. Well, it wasn't up for very long.
The one that they've actually pulled, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shall find it for you, and they can see it too.
Yeah, because here's what happened was I was shocked when I saw it. The opening scene, it actually looks like a puppy is thrown out of the back of a truck. That's what it looks like, and it's like
Okay.
farmlands and stuff.
Right.
But really, and there's other puppies in the back. So it for me, it looked like the dog was thrown out. But basically, it's like, oh, the puppy jumped out the back of a truck. Yeah.
Okay.
Which, like me as a pet owner,
Even so.
you don't put your pet in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
You know, loose. It's so dangerous. It's so terrifying for him. So first of all, I'm like, oh, it was literally. I recoiled back, like, oh, what was that? That's
Yeah.
weird. And then it's about this dog, oh my gosh, been lost in the rain and trying to find its way home, which is horrible. And then the dog finds its way home, and the owner, she welcomes the dog. Oh my gosh, I've missed you. And I'm glad you're back, because basically I've sold you on a GoDaddy website. And she turns around and goes, ship him out. And it's horrible.
That's terrible.
And
Someone's lost their job.
Who would
Serious.
think that that's like...
Wow.
And they said, "Oh, we thought it was going to be funny. It's not funny.
It's not
on
at all.
any level."
Yeah.
So for a start off, I thought the dog had been thrown out of a truck. So then you think, "Oh, that's not good." You know, just kind of showing that it's not, put a dog in the back, it's okay, which it's not.
That is not in good taste at all.
And then
we'll watch it as you carry on, so we can comment.
And then basically, it also, we all know, if you are, like we just talked to Mike about breeders and stuff.
Yeah.
No breeder sells their dogs online. They
Right.
don't sell them online, and
Right,
they don't
right.
ship them.
Oh, gosh.
They, what it is you.
How do you ship a dog?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, usually they have a service,
Right.
so on. But it's ridiculous, isn't it? So basically, then now they're saying, buy a dog online, which we know is one of the worst things you can do,
Sure.
because generally it's not a real deal breeder,
Right.
and it implies that pets are products.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
not products,
No.
And the thing is, with a breeder, you go to a breeder and you meet the mom and dad
Right.
of the dog. And they're not outside in the yard; they're in the home.
Right.
And there's not a million dogs that they're
Definitely,
running around.
part of the family. isn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously from my perspective with rescues, it's like, well, wouldn't it have been cool to have hey, we saw a rescue dog online through a GoDaddy website.
Yeah, make something a bit more.
Yeah.
right.
A bit more of a PSA type thing.
Definitely, yeah.
People are outraged. I mean, outraged.
So was that
Wow.
just an online release sort of ahead,
Yes.
and then
And they pulled it in that day, didn't they, Mike?
here it is online.
It's a controversial ad that
There
has
we go.
pet lovers very disturbed. A little lost puppy struggles on a journey through the rain to make his way home only to find this.
Look, it's Buddy! I'm so glad you made it home! Because I just sold you on this website I built with GoDaddy. Ship them out!
The commercial leaked to
my
the public
God.
early was planned for the Super Bowl. But Professor of Marketing at U of D, Mike Bernanke, says while social media gets blamed for many problems, in this case, it may have helped GoDaddy from airing a spot that would have backfired on them in front of millions of people.
There you go. So that was the ad. I had a lot of people. I think even if you're not in rescue, like your reaction was just like, even without seeing it, you're like, what?
Yeah.
That's just really badly
That was
thought through, isn't it?
not done in good taste
And
at
the
all.
thing is, it's not. It would have been very irresponsible because you know how people are influenced anyway.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton has a little teacup chihuahua,
Right,
and everybody
right,
wants one.
doing
right.
it,
So it was really, really irresponsible. Here's the thing: some people are like, oh, maybe it was planned that way. I'm like, but there was no positive. There was no positive out of that because I can't see anyone running to GoDaddy to get a website.
So they're saying they maybe planned it for scandal to get
It
the
was
extra
saying
PR.
that, but I was just
that
like,
doesn't really
but
make sense.
it didn't drive me to their
No,
website.
of course.
In fact, I'm pulling all my business from them, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of business, and I'm
Right.
pulling it.
Have you seen the second edition yet to the new Budweiser ad with the horse? You remember the? Have you
Yes,
seen that?
I have.
Have you guys seen this?
No,
Here, hold on just a
haven't.
second.
And it was kind of a dig at Budweiser.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of a dig, like, because they did a little thing on a tweet that basically was like, check out our ad, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, no, let's check out your ad. It's terrible. You know what I mean? It's so cute, this.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who
Dog's on a mission.
goes along with you.
Cheering up.
Just to be with the 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Oh, isn't that a good ad?
Oh
my God, I want to cry.
So sweet.
Animals, let me tell you something. People love.
That's a number 2 winner from Budweiser. Of course, you remember the first one was about the small pony that they
Right.
took away.
That's right, yeah. So that's more of the
They
ad
always do
that
well.
we're looking
Yeah.
for. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well done, Budweiser.
But how
Yes.
irresponsible, And there's another great ad that came out by the Lucy Pet Foundation, and it's cats versus dogs Super Bowl. They've got
Right.
the outfits on and everything, and it goes, and we got a crowd of 80,000 cats and dogs here,
Right.
And then as they both jump up to catch the ball, a cat and a dog, all the spectators, which are cats and dogs,
Right.
disappear, and it says.
Oh.
80,000 cats and dogs are euthanized every day.
Wow.
That is quite a powerful ad. So I've been sharing
that. Just gave me a little
I know.
chills.
So
every day? Is
every
that?
day in the United States. Yeah. So I just thought they were great ads to be seen by millions of people, which is great.
Wow.
But the bad one got pulled straight away, and I'm sure it hurt their business. But they have I think it's the founder of GoDaddy is a hunter, but I'm talking like big game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Safari
So
hunting.
what do you
It's
expect?
not good, is it? Yeah. It kind of trickles
No
down.
apology then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then they try and tell everybody, but we are big advocates of rescue. I'm like, no, don't cover up.
Yeah. No.
I'm not buying it, you know.
Yeah.
I've got the Lucy Bowl ad. You want to see it?
Oh, let's do it after the break, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, because
All right, sure.
time's getting away, as it always does when you have a
Oh
good
my
time.
gosh. Yeah.
We'll be right back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs.
It's designerpetsweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit designerpetsweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. designerpetsweaters.com.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome! Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Now, let's return to Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Here again, your host, the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Okay, and we're back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And my guests in studio today are Jasmine Trias and Ben Stone.
Hello.
Before we chat on a bit more, tell everybody where they can find you on the internet.
Find us.
They can find
What's
us
your main
on
websites that you use?
We're actually redoing our websites
yeah.
right now, but yeah, go ahead.
JasmineTrias.com.
That one's easy.
Easy.
To remember.
That's easy.
Mine's a little more difficult, but not much.
Go on then.
BenStoneLive.com.
Yeah.
He is alive.
Yeah, and then on social
And
media,
Facebook.
I stick with Ben Stone Live on everything. So
Yeah.
Twitter at Ben Stone
Yeah.
Live, Jasmine's
Same.
is at Jasmine Trias.
Jasmine Trias, Facebook, Twitter,
So, yeah.
Instagram.
Now, Jasmine,
Yes.
you're a bit of a rock star in the Philippines, aren't you?
I suppose.
Say it. Say it. She's big.
She's a songbird in the
She's
Philippines.
big.
A songbird. I like that.
She's huge.
Princess.
let me
How
tell
about
you.
Princess? My name is Jasmine.
The last time she was here on another show, I do know one thing. She goes to Hawaii every year and sells that place out. So, I mean, you start selling football stadiums out, you're doing real well there.
And that's what I like about Ben and Jasmine. They do some very amazing things, and they never brag about a single thing ever. You never, they're like, we're doing this, we're doing that. No, you never hear that from them, you know. But I know she's a rock star, I'm telling you now.
So you're the rock star here.
In my own mind. So what have you got coming up? Tell me what you've got. What have you got coming up that people can go to? Because I know you do a lot of private stuff that you can't
Yeah,
talk about.
That's true.
You
Yes.
know.
A lot of corporate stuff. And
So have you
all
got
that stuff.
any public things happening this
We have
year?
got a few things. Yeah, we're doing a few festivals around. Dates. God, off the top of my head, you'll have to check in social media. But yeah, we're
April.
traveling a lot. Certainly, a couple in California, Asian festival, a few that you're doing.
Yeah.
that I'm joining
Nice.
you on, and then we're actually going to be in April. We'll be over in Chicago,
Chicago.
for a big theatre show there.
Which theatre is this? Have
It's
you
called the
locked it down?
Copernicus
Copernicus?
Theatre. Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know if they renamed it or what, because I've spoke to a few people who are from Chicago who aren't aware of it. But it's a beautiful, 2,000 seat theatre. So
it's
it must be
gorgeous.
2,000 seats?
yeah. So
Nice.
it must be a
Yeah.
not one that they can hide easily.
Now, is this your new full length
Yeah.
show
Yes.
together? So
How
how
it
long are you
works
going to be
for itself.
singing for?
It's like a 90-minute show.
It's a 90-minute show, and we'll split.
Yeah, it'll be singing and variety, but it'll be mostly music. And
it's work though. I don't think people realize that. I think a lot of people that look at entertainers and musicians, they go, "Oh, well, they just do it for the love of it, and it must be so easy," and blah blah blah. But it's a craft.
Yeah,
it is.
Definitely.
You know, what kind of stuff do you do to keep in shape vocally?
Well, we just try to sing every day, and be musical every day. Play the piano, play the guitar, write songs.
So who plays? So you play piano? You both play piano.
We both play piano.
I didn't know that.
I can play guitar a bit, but I'm a bit rusty now. If I have to work my fingers out.
Yeah,
but it's hard because I want like pretty nails.
She's like me. That's why I won't go bowling. I'm not putting my fingernails in those bowls.
Oh, right, exactly. But
do you have any rituals before you perform?
I would say I do. I have a process, I guess.
Okay.
I would call it.
Lots of
Jasmine does. I don't.
He doesn't.
She chants around him.
But I get to be part of Jasmine's process.
It's very. I internalize a lot, so I'm just very quiet.
Okay.
I'm in my head. I'm just going through the show. It's almost like a meditative state almost.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't like to be bothered. I just kind of want to be in my own
with a hint
space.
of go away.
Yeah.
I was very selective in my choice of words.
He learned that early on.
And like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, I'm like, he knows, like, he can feel, like, the energy I'm kind of putting out. Like, do not bother me. I'm in my own space right now.
Is slowly rising during that hour.
It's only like about 2 hours before the show, and I do.
Thank God you don't perform every day. Yeah. That could be brutal.
Just the 2 hours.
No, he's learned to deal with it. It's all good.
I think what I've learnt with Jazz is that even if we've got 3 hours before a show where she could steadily get ready and be in plenty of time and everything be relaxed and easy, it's let's do everything but get ready until an hour before, and then she's to the second she walks on stage.
You don't want to linger around.
No, I don't like to be in my head too much before the show. I want to be distracted about 2 hours before, so I do my hair, my makeup. It's like a process. I'll vocalize, I'll rehearse a bit, and it's like down to the minute. But I don't like time where
to sit and
think and get nervous or anxious. Or,
right.
I don't like that.
And then like overanalyze.
Yeah, exactly. So
because that can be crippling, you know, when you overthink everything. You know, I know lots of people do. You know.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you have amazing singers or musicians, and sometimes it's that stage fright or that I've thought about this too much, and that can actually ruin a performance.
Oh, absolutely.
Take that. Well, I don't know what word we want to use. Kind of freshness out of it.
Yeah, right.
Because you've overthought
in the moment, right?
Yeah. So, what's your rituals, Ben? Just have a laugh.
Well, yeah, honestly,
jolly.
He's more relaxed.
I'm definitely lucky that I don't really get the nerves part. Although I get a bit of second-hand nerves from Jasmine's energy.
I give it to him. He feels it.
No, I think for years of performing on my own, it was fine, and then now we've worked out our dynamic now because we've been working together for a few years now. So but yeah, I mean, ritual-wise, just I'm sure there's weird things that I do that maybe I don't even know I'm doing, but yeah.
You don't really have a ritual, but you just kind of, he's more relaxed, which I kind of like as well, because I kind of draw from that too, just to kind of balance
it out.
my anxiety out of it before the show. So yeah, I suppose we kind of balance each other out in that way before the show.
And do you drink any kind of special teas or anything like that?
Yes, we do. Our favorite is Throat Coat.
Yes, I like that one too.
It's the best. And
traditional medicinal.
Yeah.
Coming to you from Jasmine Trias' throat.
That was nice, honey.
Do you ever take Fisherman's Friend? You know what Fisherman's Friend is, Ben?
I don't know what
Fisherman's
that is.
Friend.
You can buy it here.
Fisherman's
Can you really?
Walgreens.
Wow.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like
it's like a mentholy kind of
lozenge.
Okay.
I used to have those back home. Yeah.
That numbs.
It numbs.
It looks like a piece of concrete.
Yeah.
It's like a brown little
you go,
piece
why
of
would I put this pebble in my
Right.
mouth?
pebble in my mouth, but
you do.
it's almost got like a numbing quality to it.
Ooh.
But it like opens you up.
Yeah, they're
breathe
good.
and
Well,
Is it like a cough drop?
yeah. Well, it's yes.
Yeah.
So I actually import for personal use. This could go anywhere.
Honey, what are you
Airwaves
saying?
from the UK. Do you remember Airwaves chewing gum?
Yeah.
Which is the same kind of thing. So
He's
Jazz is
addicted.
kind of now a fan of those as well.
Yeah.
So those
but
are good
like
for opening up your
Olbas
sinuses too.
Olba soil. They have it in like
Yes.
a lozenge, and they have the nasal inhaler, which is also good because it helps open everything
I
up.
can't imagine how hard it is sometimes when you go to different regions and you've got different
traveling,
and temperatures
climates
you're with and dry air and I guess everybody that moves to Vegas complains about the throat.
They do, yeah.
People who come here just for a short period of time because their bodies aren't used to the dry weather, no matter how much you drink water.
Was it Celine had troubles?
Did
Bette Midler have some issues?
Yeah.
And Cher had some issues?
We did too, and we used to travel in and
when I
out,
first
if
came
you're not
to
living here
Vegas.
constantly,
Yeah, that
it's
dry air.
depends what kind of singing you're doing and what for the type of singing Jasmine's doing. It's very important to have. I'm me to a degree. It's important. I think if you're a rock singer, maybe
you have the gravel, so that that's on.
When we moved here from Nashville, Jim had to completely change his whole setup for his saxophone when we moved here.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah, because everything sounded different with the sea level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the sea level and the fact that it was dry out here, and he did his very first outdoor gig and had to keep his mouth on the mouthpiece the entire gig because the reed just shriveled up and went all wavy gravy.
Oh my god!
It was a fingernail.
And he didn't like this. He hated his sound. He worked so hard on his sound, so he had to completely change different neck, everything. Yeah, he had a really tough time because it really knocks your confidence.
Yeah,
when you say a
that's
certain
true.
way,
Absolutely,
play a certain way.
It's weird and the same with your voice when it starts doing
Same
things
thing.
that it's never done before. And I would imagine a lot of singers that come into town just aren't prepared for it.
For that. Well, it's like, and everybody wants like a national anthem really early, like the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Right.
You've done a lot of national anthems, haven't you?
I've done it a few.
They usually come
times,
everyone I see that doesn't seem to be early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
And how it just takes you a long time to get going in the morning.
Yeah, it does.
Same with your throat too. You got to get your
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the worst part. If
we have to sing, I remember I had to wake up early for a morning TV show for like 7
a.m. Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal.
Oh, I don't even speak.
I know,
as chatty as I am. Don't talk to me in the morning at all. I don't say a word to anybody. It takes me a while to come round, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to get your voice warmed up.
True, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break to get the rest of our sponsors in there. And we'll be right back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And we'll be right back with Ben Stone and Jasmine Trias.
There's nothing more delicious and healthy than an old family recipe. And for over 50 years, our family's been creating them especially for your pets. Nutrisource Super Premium Pet Foods. Dog and cat food that's all natural, holistic, and organic. Nutrisource Pet Foods contain our patented Good for Life system for your pet's optimum health and well-being. So order now. Safe quality food made by our family for your furry family members. Go to NutrisourcePetFoods.com.
From our family to yours, KLN Family Brands.
Hi, I'm Dana Humphrey, also known as the Pet Lady. I travel from coast to coast to pet trade shows and consumer events to scout out what the hottest, hippest, and most unique pet products are on the planet, bringing you tips and tricks from top veterinarians, groomers, trainers on how to safely travel and live happily with your pets. The Pet Lady will be in a city near you, showing off the latest and greatest tech pet gadgets, cozy comforts, and fab gift ideas for man's and woman's best friend. You can learn more at thepetlady.net or connect socially and tweet with me at PetLadyWorld.
This year, Americans are expected to spend a jaw-dropping $36 billion on their pets. From lighted leashes to high-end spa products, the discriminating pet owner can find just about anything to pamper his or her pet. Hi, this is Michelle Fern. Join me every week for Best Bets for Pets, where we'll talk about the latest pet products and talk to the companies that make them. Best Bets for Pets, every week, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
This is Vegas Rock Dog Radio.
Vegas Rock Dog.
Dog Radio. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. Now let's bring back the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
And we're back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And I've got two fabulous guests in studio today. We got Jasmine Trias, that you will have known her from American Idol 10 years ago. Can you believe that? Or maybe 11 now. It's getting there.
I know.
And Ben Stone, fabulous singer. And magician. So I thought we'd have a little bit of fun on the last few minutes of the show.
Okay.
Cool.
It's kind of true or false. Get ready for this.
Uh-oh.
About animals, yeah.
Game show. Watch out.
True or false? Shelter dogs have too much baggage. It's better to adopt a puppy to start with a clean slate.
False.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
False. I find in game shows it's always best to give the answer after you've heard it.
Many shelter dogs are very, very well behaved. They're in great health. Unfortunately, you have some very irresponsible owners that dump them. Or sometimes people fall on very, very, very hard times, and that's how they end up there. And it's a puppy's hard work. Trust me on that. You know, so if you want to kind of skip the potty training and the chewing phase, then look for a slightly older dog from a shelter, and they're not broken. So that's correct. Get yourself a rescue dog. Okay, when a dog chews up shoes or destroys furniture, it's because your dog is punishing you. True or false?
I would think false.
It's false. Yay!
You're catching up, honey.
Dogs chew on shoes, furniture, and other human items, not to punish their owners, but simply because it feels good.
Yeah.
That's always my excuse.
It feels good. Do it.
Right.
It relieves boredom. It releases energy. And in some cases, it may indicate a little bit of separation anxiety. So, Mr. Twix loves my shoes. He's wrecked more pairs than you can imagine.
No.
Mainly flip-flops.
Can you come and wreck a few of Jazz's? Because she's got way too
Stop it.
True or false? Dogs with black tongues have chow chow in them.
Chow
What's
chow.
chow?
So
You know what
you
a
can
chow-
accurately answer this question.
Oh, a
It's
chow
a type
has a
of
black
breed?
tongue. A chow has
Oh,
a black,
so it's
black
true.
purple tongue.
Because
True
they
to a degree.
True.
There are over 27 breeds of dogs that have the birthmark of a black tongue.
Is that right?
So it could be chow, but it could be another one.
That's
kind
interesting. I
of
did not
true.
know
Educational. Didn't know.
Always wipe your dog's feet after a walk in winter. True or false?
After a walk?
A walk, yeah.
True.
I would think true, but yeah, okay. That was a trick question.
You want to wipe them because you want to. People use de-icers in winter, not so much here, but they use de-icers, and they're toxic, and then they lick their feet, and it's not a good situation. So yes, wipe those feet, or sponge them down. Okay, old dogs can't learn new tricks.
False.
I would think false.
It's false. Old dogs actually will respond faster and with greater dedication in training and try to please their new owners.
Absolutely.
So never overlook an older dog. Never overlook them. Dogs are colorblind. True or false?
Isn't that true? I feel like, is it really?
It's
That's
a false
a myth.
one. Well, they cannot distinguish a myriad of colours with
But
their
they-
eyes,
right, okay.
but they can distinguish some colours and a better peripheral vision than humans. They are red-green colourblind only. And see a brighter, less detailed world than humans.
Oh,
So, how many minutes do we have left, Mike?
6 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right. Cats always land on their feet when they fall. True or false?
There's a great joke about this, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. I would think, I'm going to say, I can't always land on their feet, can they? I mean, if they fall 100 stories, they're not going to land on their feet.
I've never landed on my feet. I've
Let's
always
just
landed
say,
on my
cats.
face.
let's say false.
But cats
It's
are
another-
very,
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
I
it
would say true.
No, I think false.
It's false.
Who's taking the lead? Watch out.
Although cats are very, very graceful creatures, they do not always land on their feet. And they can be injured by landing on their feet or otherwise, basically.
Right.
So,
Okay.
not always.
But they have got 7 lives. 9 lives. 7? 9.
False.
Now you're back down, Stone.
Negative.
You were doing pretty good,
This
man.
is fun. I like this game.
I just lost 9
Quit while you're ahead there.
It's a broken leg to a cat. It's got loads of...
Okay, true or false? Ferrets are rats. Ferrets are rats. True or false?
Ferrets are rats. False.
False. She's good. She needs to be a ferret owner, a cat owner, and a dog owner already. Ferrets descend from a polecat and are mammals. They're not rodents.
Interesting.
Not there's anything wrong with rodents, but they're a member of the weasel family, along with skunks, otters,
It's one of the best words ever.
But a weasel. Yeah, and you never want to be called a weasel. It's not very complimentary. Ferrets are silent creatures.
That's got to be false.
Tell that to a ferret owner. It is a ferret. That's true. It's false. Ferrets can make noises and often do so while playing or dancing, which is known as duking.
Duking.
Ferrets duking.
My stepson has one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, my stepson has one.
So
Actually, there are two of them. Yeah.
Does it duke?
I have the faintest idea, but
What do they do?
They run around in the cage.
It
And
says they
come
dance. Like, how does a ferret dance?
They like to bathe. Like they'll fill the bathtub up and they get in and bathe and swim around like little.
They're definitely fun.
You get a lot more fun. My neighbours walk theirs on harnesses, and that's for another show. Last one. When people say their pet is the most wonderful creature in the universe, is that true or false?
True to them.
It's true. Of course. It isn't a myth. It's a fact. And you didn't need us to tell you that, did you? So, thank you. Yay!
Yay!
That
Well
was
done.
fun.
Jasmine won on this one.
Yay! I always
All right,
win.
then,
That's
fair
the
enough.
kind
Right,
of,
honey?
that's the kind of steely determination that got her through to
That
American
is,
Idol.
yeah.
I'm telling you that right now.
Outrage. Watch your
So
back.
what's coming up? Got a couple of minutes left. The blog giveaway for Valentine's Day starts on Monday. That's the rockandrolldog.com. And my rescue of the week is the World Bird Sanctuary. Tell us your websites again before we close out.
JasmineTrias.com.
BenStoneLive.com.
And I want to say thank you for all the charitable work you do, and particularly for helping me out last year with our animal charity.
it was
I know
a
you
pleasure.
support a lot of those charities, and they're good people. They're good people to know, and they're my friends. And
We're
I'm
hanging
thrilled.
out on Monday, aren't we? Over at
That's right.
downtown,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what we're going to talk
That's all
about
right.
today.
No. Thought we'd drop it in. We're only going to get texts complaining if we don't. You know?
Well, Ben and Jasmine are hosting the Ent Speak speaker series at Inspire Theatre, downtown Las Vegas. They're going to be on the red carpet. They're going to be asking all the tough questions and looking fabulous. So, we got 2 minutes.
Cool.
We'll put a link up for that.
Yeah,
I wanted
great.
to talk about that,
That's
but
all
hey,
right.
we
No,
kind of went a
it'll be
different direction.
a big
Remember,
legacy show, this thing.
you can help a pet in need, either rescue, adopt, donate, share, and volunteer your time. Rescue your next family member. Replace the word shop with adopt. And be kind to all animals. Thank you, Ben and Jasmine, for being on the show.
Our pleasure.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Mike,
having
for
us.
running the show.
You're welcome.
And today, you've been listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio, where it's all about pets, people, and pop culture. I am your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs, and always kiss your pets. Good morning and good night, and have a great weekend. I'll see you next week with Shay Matash is on the show. It's going to be another funny show. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.